someone plays a guitar on Shabbat and then they get the warning and everything. Do the rabbis really believe that you can be put to death for that? No, they have disagreements about all of these things, and ultimately they just take the most stringent opinion. But the reality
acknowledge
is,
that there's people who put other people to death throughout Jewish history, right?
oh, I don't know if that really ever happened much.
We're believing the Talmud, because only the Talmud says that a court that unalived someone in so many years was considered a bloody court. I believe that throughout Jewish history, everybody.
No, I'm talking about in the exile, once the Jews had no more authority.
Oh, no, the Sanhedrin has no authority in the exile. In the exile, you don't have to keep any rabbinic law. The reason we keep rabbinic laws is for the sake of unity, because we're in some way preparing ourselves like for the time that God does redeem us, and then we start keeping these laws in the proper manner in biblical Israel. If you want to live in biblical Israel, which is not a Torah commandment to begin with, right? You just have to visit 3 times a year. But you acknowledge that throughout Jewish history, the Torah commanded every generation to unalive people who broke Shabbat, to unalive, murderers.
Considering
right? So there was a court that was doing it. The court that was doing it. You acknowledge that there was a court throughout Jewish history.
The court's job is to carry out God's law, not to make up a million of their own laws and then enforce that on the people.
No, their own practices that they don't call Torah. If they don't call it Torah, for example, like, do you celebrate Purim?
No.
Do you celebrate Hanukkah?
No.
All right.
I mean, maybe like cheers, like 4th of July. Like I'm happy.
But that's all that the rabbis expect you to do. This is why you're allowed to work on Hanukkah and you're allowed to work on Purim, but you don't work on Yom Kippur, because
when they read the Megillah or light the candle, they say, "Blessed are you, God, who commanded us to do this."
Yeah, no, right. I mean, I agree. I mean, that's a silly statement.
Right? Oh, it's beyond silly. It's blasphemy.
So the Rambam had an issue with this also. I mean, he asked, like, why does it say, like, God never commanded us to light Hanukkah candles, but he says, because he commanded you to listen to the Sanhedrin, and the Sanhedrin instituted this.
Sanhedrin have a right. Again, first of all, the word Sanhedrin is nowhere to be found in the Torah, but yeah, like he told us to listen to the judges. Therefore, the judges now have ultimate blanket authority.
No, not ultimate authority. Yeah, but it's not ultimate authority. It's a rabbinic enactment.
They have the authority to create holidays. Do they have the authority to create holidays? They have the authority to
rabbinic holidays. It's not called a Shabbaton. That means you could work on that day. It's not considered a real holiday. A rabbinic fast is not a real fast. As long as you make a distinction, I'm pretty sure that you yourself, if you think about it, have no issue with it. Your issue is with when someone says, as it's my issue, that the whole oral law was given to Moses on Mount Sinai, and I think that statement is blasphemous, because it doesn't say that.
I'm really glad you don't believe that, because that's like the hardest one to